What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another Kratky update video. So let's get started. Alright, let's go ahead and start with the very bottom. Got our new seedlings, and actually these guys were started, this is some wheatgrass. This was started about 3 or 4 days ago. So we just took off the, we had 2 of these stacked on top of it to deprive it from sunlight. And so now these guys should green up within the next probably day or 2 and just start really growing. So we'll see. Alright, let's move on. Let's move on to the seedlings. Let's see if we can get some good shots of this. So these 5 on the back are empty right now. We've still got more seeds in here waiting to sprout. But for the meantime, I have 4 basil plants. I believe this is 1 sage plant and then 3 thyme plants. I know the rosemary takes a little bit longer to germinate in a paper towel, so we'll give that a little bit longer. But it has been nearly a week and a half, 2 weeks, so it's a little bit weird that they're not at least starting to crack open a little bit. But again, you can see, oops, don't do that. You can see that these guys have already started to really root, and they're getting there, so that's awesome. Excited to see that. Let's go put that guy back up there. And as you can see, we've got these 2 tubs ready. Let's see if I can find a net cup. Perfect. So as you can see, these guys fit perfectly. I think I have to drill these out a little bit more, but these guys right here at least fit perfectly already. And we'll go ahead and clean them out when the time is right. But these guys should be another few days before they start getting roots on the bottom and will be able to be affected by the system. But again, this is going to be the first time I've used these the way that I had intended for them to be used. So we'll see if it works. Hopefully it does, but I can't imagine why it wouldn't, as long as we have some good root development coming out of the rock wool. This was a little bit of an experiment my roommate and I were doing. So we wanted to see if we could grow microgreens on cheesecloth or paper towels. And the paper towels sunk very quickly. But as you can see, these are in the same state as these guys. These were just planted about 2 days later, so hopefully the lack of growth is just because of that. We'll see though. This one also has nutrients, but again, I put probably 3 or 4 layers of cheesecloth in a square, as you can see. Pushed it down there so that it has some like leverage points, so it doesn't immediately fall down. So we'll see what happens. Not too bad. Got some decent growth again from the lavender. As soon as I figure out how to process this into like either an oil or something of that nature, I'll probably go ahead and chop this one down too. But for the time being, he's still growing. He's still getting the little tiny nodes everywhere. So we will see. Moving on to our top row, I went ahead and moved the basil up here. I just went ahead and watered him. As you can see, he's looking a little bit he needs a little bit of water to kind of expand out a little bit more too. But as you can see, all these little nodes are just doing awesome. We just got them everywhere, so super excited about that. This plant is going to be one of the bigger plants I've had so far, so excited to see that. You can see just the size of the stem right there. But let's move on to the Carolina Reaper. No buds yet, but again, just really good growth from this guy. So we will keep an eye on him, and I believe within the next few days to a week, he should be putting off some bud sites up here. We'll see though. Peppers are notoriously slow growers, in the beginning at least, so we will see. As for the Anaheim, we already have 2 buds coming in right there, and we got 2 more that are going to be popping up over here. I think that due to this system, it can only grow about 2 at a time. So I would either need to give it a bigger container to supply with more nutrients, or just kind of do what we're doing and pick as you go. And the second you start picking them, new buds go ahead and pop off and start really growing. So that's awesome. As for our jalapeno, got some decent growth so far. We've got some flowers everywhere you can see. Anywhere you can see these guys, I've gone ahead and fertilized them already, or pollinated them, I should say. So we will see what happens with that. Again, I'm probably going to take some of these smaller leaves off that are kind of drooping down. Give it a little bit more room and air to supply what we really want it to supply, which is the fruit. So we will see how that goes. I'll leave those down there, and that's gonna do it. So I'm excited about this little test run of the microgreens. This is probably got about 6 inches between it and the lights, so ideally it should be right around the right size. We might want to bump it up a level or two, but again, got some good growth there. Got great growth in here. Very excited to see that. So that's gonna do it for today's video. Alright guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Get my hat straight. There we go. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. If you're a new subscriber, we got another 1 or 2 since the last video I posted, so again, awesome. Thank you guys so much for that. Hit that bell, that way every time I release a video you get a notification. I know YouTube might be a little finicky with that whole notification system, so even if I post videos, sometimes you just won't get it. So again, hit that bell, that way you'll have the best chance of getting that video. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the video and you're excited to see what those seedlings and the wheatgrass are going to do next week. And as always, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks guys.